This interview is sponsored by the Bosque County Collection Oral History Program. Okay, Mrs. Taylor, now you were born in Bosque County, and I'll just let you tell me a little bit about your family.
I was born, today's my birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
1908. I was born at Palmer, Texas. And my mother was Leona Elizabeth Barnes. And she was married to Jeff Davis Barnes. And she had 6 children. And I'm the youngest. And when we sold the place, our home down at where was it? Down at Steiner, it's close to Steiner. Anyway, we moved to Morgan, and my mother had a boarding house, and she kept boarders, and a lot of the old people I remember, coming to her house.
And you named some of them?
Well, I know that Willie Mae Jones. I remember she was born there, and her mother and father was living with my mother. And so
she was born in the boarding house?
I don't know whether she was born there or not, but I know she was living there.
Mm-hmm.
And and then we moved several places there in Morgan, and we moved at Dr. Cooper old home place. It was a big 2-story house.
Was this the boarding house?
Yes. And we found that there were 2 men that came there and wanted a room that night. And my brother-in-law, Arthur Mooney, was sitting there, and when they came in, and he knows these 2 fellas. Well, in the night, they said that they found they piled the clothes, the bed clothes and everything in the middle of the room and set it afire and left us all there to burn up. But Grady and Maggie Moody lived there too with my mother, and they woke us all up, and we got us all out, but everything my mother had and the pictures and everything was burned up. And Arthur Mooney went, I guess I was just a little girl, and Arthur Mooney went to Thurber, where they had a coal mine, and they found these 2 men, and they brought him back here and was having a court over it. And during the court, this old Dr. Cooper died. And so, but they sent these 2 men to the pen.
Do you know the year of that?
No, I don't have any idea.
You don't have any idea how old you were?
I must have been about 8 or 9 years old. I guess I was going to school.
That was about 19?
Yeah.
Somewhere around 1916?
Yeah. Because my sister was going to get married, and I think she was married in 1918.
We probably could check the district court records and find that case.
Yeah, you could.
That's what I'm saying. Well, now, your dad was not alive at the time?
No.
Would you like to tell us about when he died?
Well, I was about 2.5 years old when he died. We had all gone to church. We were down on the farm, and we had all gone to church, and he was cleaning his gun, and he accidentally shot himself, and he fell over in the yard, and he just probably bled to death.
And you found him when you came home?
That's what they said.
No, that was a terrible shock, I know.
Yeah, I know.
So your mother was a widow at
my mother was Leona Elizabeth Barnes.
What was her maiden name?
Johnston. And she was lived down there close to on the river.
On the Brazos? Near Steel Creek?
No, it was farther on down.
Oh, further on down. Her family had lived there?
Yeah. And her mother died when she was real young. And mother was the oldest one of the three girls. There was only three girls. And so,
And you attended school in Morgan? Did you finish school?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No. We, in 1925, we went to Wichita Falls. My sister got a job there, and so we moved to Wichita Falls.
How many were in your family at that time?
Just me and my sister.
And your mother?
And my brother always lived with my sister Bertha. But she, just me and my sister.
And where do you live now?
I live in McAllen, Texas.
Oh,
Well, I've been living there about 5 years. My husband worked for the telephone company, and we lived in Fort Worth, and we lived in Abilene, Lubbock. Well, we lived in Lubbock when my husband retired from the telephone company. He had worked for the telephone company over 40 years. And so, and then my daughter lives in McAllen. And so he wanted me to be near my daughter. And so that's why I'm living in McAllen.
You probably like the climate a little bit better, or do you?
Oh, it's awful hot down there. Oh, goodness. But I'm kind of getting used to it.
Well, it's nice in the winter, I think.
Oh, yeah. There's so many winter Texans come down there. They call them winter Texans. And from everywhere. The north, you know.
Do you have your own orange tree, or?
Oh, no. I have a farm.
An apartment.
Yeah. And so, and my daughter lives about 4 blocks from me, and she's my right arm. And she takes care of me. So.
Can you think of anything else that you might tell about hearing about Sam Barnes on the Meyer expedition drawing the white bean? There have been several versions of that, but I'd like to hear what you...
That's the only thing I remember is that he drew a white bean and he came home. So that's all I know.
Well, the ones that drew black beans, were shot. And the others. But I believe Albert Barnes said in one of his letters that Berry, does that name? Would always tell that actually that Sam Barnes drew a black bean, but that he was sitting by an older man, and this older man gave him the white bean. Of course, I don't know if that sounds
Very similar story.
Is that right?
And he really drew a black one, but then an older man said his son got a lot longer to live than I did under the paper.
Well, I don't say. That's all.
Brandon told that to me before.
Is that right?
But and then Albert Barnes, though, had tried to trace back to find some record of Sam Barnes being with this Myers expedition group. And he hasn't been able to do it. But I feel that, and Puritans in their early history of Bosque County, written in 1904, mentioned that...
Well, I've always I heard that the Indians shot my grandfather.
Well, they did. The Indians did kill him at the Battle of Duck Creek.
Well, that's what I thought.
That's right.
Right.
But it wasn't when they weren't really chasing stolen horses, though, at that time.
They weren't.
They were really going to fight these Indians.
Oh, they were?
Mm-hmm. They organized here in this county, and then there were some over in Hamilton County who went along, too.
Yeah.
Now, the Indians might have stolen the horses.
Well,
I don't know how they found it out, but I'm sure that someone brought word that there were this whole large group of Indians were collecting over in West Texas, and they were afraid that they were going to come here, and they may have been. Who knows?
Yeah.
But now the consensus of opinion of all the historians, and of course that's just an opinion of theirs, was that they really weren't planning to do that, but now they were much better armed than the ones from here. They were all armed.
Well, my grandmother had some gold coins in the smokehouse, and my sister Eula got in there and she found those gold coins, and she was playing with those gold coins out in the yard. That's what my mother told me. I remember her said to me.
Now this was your grandmother Barnes that had the gold coins?
Yeah. And she would, they said that when she went to Waco, it'd take about 2 days.